The nature of negativity. First of all, folks, I want to flag up this video by SP where he discusses the QFS financial system, what it is and when it's due to completely roll out, which appears to be very soon. Video is linked in the comments. No worries Simon, about disclosure. It may be leaking out now, but wait till Implant Communications gets its Quantum TV station online. I also want to say that I got a good message from James Gilliland of Exceedy Ranch, which I posted to my website. The link is below. A worthwhile read. Today's message. I keep seeing people disliking these videos. I believe the first dislike is YouTube's computer checkers checking to make sure I haven't used any of the buzzwords that get people's accounts suspended, and I'm careful not to. But any dislikes afterwards are most likely viewers who dislike the video. The first thing I want to say, is I made an assumption, and that is that they think like I do, that these negative viewers are looking for something they like and want to watch, but I keep forgetting the nature of negativity is the stuff they like is stuff that they dislike. The negatives are not able to disregard one point if it doesn't agree with their opinion. Rather than focusing on the rest of the message, which was to their liking, they thumb the video down because of one point they don't agree with. That's when you know that you're negative, you overlook all the positives and focus on the one thing you don't like about it. Negativity is your master, at least at that point in time. And you're in a trap that only being positive will get you out of. What's wrong with liking a 10-minute video in spite of one or two things you don't agree with? Do you think I agree with everything I watch on YouTube, all the other pundits? No, I don't. But I keep following the ones who I feel have the right intention and who are trying their best to get the truth out there. I don't always agree with everything they say, but if I agree with most of what they say, then I'll stick with them. That's not to say to stick with someone you don't agree with much at all, of course. You're on different frequencies and you have to watch out for liars and disinformation. This behavior is the inverse of anything that makes sense to everyone else. I believe there are negative people on social media who go around looking for stuff they don't like. Because somehow that satisfies them and their negative perspective on life. The rest of us go around looking for stuff we like, but not these people. They're only happy when they're miserable because that confirms their negative view of life and whatever benefit they derive from having that viewpoint. Like there's no point in trying because I'm not going to be successful anyway. These people are their own miserable self-fulfilling prophecy. There are benefits to being negative in this world. You don't have to try, you don't have to make an effort, you can be a failure by anyone else's standards and be happy with yourself. Your happiness is misery to everyone else. And because you think the rest of the world is the same as you are, you love to share your negativity with others but then experience rejection, which of course just confirms what you've suspected all along: life sucks. You can break out of this way of thinking. It is possible. But you have to want to. All I can say is pretty soon, timelines will be splitting. It's inevitable with these higher energies coming in. If you're anchoring negativity, not able or willing to change, you're going to keep creating your own negative space to live in, your own third-dimensional timeline. Those who are more flexible will be ascending into the fourth dimension, and those who are of unity mindset are already in the fifth dimension. How do you know which dimension you're in? By the way you think and behave, that's how. Everyone is looking for planets, stars, different suns, and that's all cool, but the true test of what dimension you're in is the frequency you hold. If you're miserable all the time, and look for videos you can hate, you're in negative 3D and I feel sorry for you. That old rule of, if you haven't got anything good to say, don't say anything, only works for people of positive polarity. Negative people would never get a word in and all energy wants to express itself. Fact is, everyone has a right to be here, at least for these last few days. Then the timelines split out and you won't have any more positive people to pick on, sorry to tell you. You'll be stuck with others like yourself. Maybe you'll decide to change. I only hope that you will. Ivo, negative people have a negative belief system, my love. And for those with low life expectations, it works for them. Me, yes. Go on. I'm listening. Ivo, some are not capable of holding a higher frequency than a negative one, my love. And as you know, those people will be reincarnating on another low-frequency planet that will support them. Me, oh yes, my neighbor died last night. Rip Roger. Died of liver cancer. Ivo, he drank himself to death. The poor man never could face life, so he made one up. This is an example of someone who came to hold a low frequency. Me, now I have to move. Well, about time I guess, it's not like I ever enjoyed living here. Ivo, if you do not get the go-ahead for the house, why not move up to that area and find an apartment for the time being? Me, that's an idea. I could do that. But I didn't really want another apartment. Ivo, you will not have to, my love, but I am saying that to get you pointed in the correct direction. Me, I have to find a place that will take cats. Ivo, and you have found many things before, by creating them. Me, true. Ivo, you forge your path through life by creating what you need. Your needs are met as your frequency aligns with the creation. So think high frequency. Me, I'm on a detox diet, Ivo. LOL. Ivo, yes, and as you say, short-term pain, long-term gain. You are taking responsibility for your physical body and attempting to meet its need properly. Me, I have good days and bad days still. I'm hoping 5D doesn't have fast food. Ivo, no, it will not. Not where we will be anyhow. Me, halfway to the North Pole. There might be polar bears in the backyard. LOL. Ivo, now, back to the message. All people must work on changing their belief systems. Now you see there are politically many belief systems available to you. You can either believe that JB is president, you can believe that DJT is president, or you can believe in yourself and that you do not need a president to direct your life's activities. Me, I'm number 3. Ivo, but you see the timelines are splitting out and they are qualified in terms of truth versus lies. You get to choose which you wish to invest your energy in. In other words, you are voting now, but with your energy. And you are investing in the future you wish your children to have. Me, yes, that's one thing that's so true. You are your child's past. And the child has to take what decisions you've made and work with them. Change them, keep them the same or dispense with them and do a restart. Ivo, as for the negative polarity, most of them will not be watching these videos. That is a fact. These people do not believe there are others who can speak to us aliens any more than they believe that JB is not president. People come to this planet and other planets of the third dimensional frequency to hold low light. Many are not very evolved. Some choose to hold low light again in order to relearn a lesson that would affect them in the future if not done correctly. Many are stuck under mind control and cannot escape as they do not have the energy to do so. Everything is energy and frequency. There is no other law. Everything in consciousness vibrates, and that is because it is alive. Everything has a measurable frequency. This frequency can be changed in the human and other species of life because that is the nature of life, learning and evolving. For those who stubbornly hold on to a set of beliefs that keeps their frequency low, they are not willing to evolve. And this will ultimately mean the demise of their line of DNA. Yes. This is an extinction event. On planet Earth, only certain types of DNA will evolve or ascend. Other types of DNA will not. Homo sapiens is slated for extinction. Homo universalis will prevail. Me, pretty cool, isn't it? Ivo, yes. I understand you are speaking of excitement rather than temperature. Me, lol, I guess you've had to get used to the slang I use. Ivo, I have had to, and that makes no sense whatsoever either. Your words do not resonate to the frequency of your intention. However, we accommodate your verbal proclivities. The nature of negativity on planet Earth is simply descending into morbid toxicity. If you do not see this now in your fashions, with their skulls and crossbones, you are being subjected to a poisonous mindset by mind control and buying into it, no less. Yes, Lisa Renee calls it the death culture. Ivo, you must be aware that the collective mindset has been degrading over many millennia. Since Victorianism, where things were somewhat more ethical than is the case today. And the negative timeline will not rise. Negativity in and of itself, without the positive polarity entwined with it, is doomed. I do not wish to give such a foreboding message, but it will be the task of those on the positive timelines in future to attempt to save those on the negative timelines. Yeah, like my Earth family. Ivo, for example. They will be asking for help and we will help them. Would it be instantaneous or would they have to do the work? Ivo, always the work must be done, my love. The ability to hold a particular frequency is important. Not just to rise to that frequency and then lose it again, but to be able to hold it. And that means eradicating the negative within oneself. The negative timeline that will emerge from the split of the third-dimensional polarized timeline will be hard to watch. It means that many will be rescued from the toxicity that was to befall you, but some will not. They will be on this morbid timeline. I don't see my family as being that bad. Ivo, it is not always a question of being bad, my love, it is a question of being ignorant and believing lies. The lie is the worst thing for a human being, and your dark handlers understand this. They have fed you a constant diet of lies. The truth is everything, and so many now will seek the truth, but others will not until they cannot abide by the lies anymore. Won't the incoming energies raise the frequency of the negative timelines? Ivo, it will, but the free will of those of lower frequency will hold it in place. Energy cannot displace free will. You were given free will, even the free will to give your free will away. Those in lower timelines do that. When they realize they are being controlled and realize they do not like it, then there will be hope for them. Frequency will always split into timelines. Disparate frequencies cannot coexist. They will always split out. More and more realities will emerge from this point in time, thankfully more positive ones than negative. I think it's already started because last December 21st and the few months before then were a totally different energy. Ivo, exactly, my love. The timelines are splitting apart and will continue to do so according to the frequency of members of the collective. Similar frequencies will collect in new timelines. It is important what you believe and who you allow to influence you now, very important. Thanks, Ivo. Now let's see how many dislikes we get on this video. LOL. Ivo, fifth density will not stop people from disagreeing with each other, however it will be conducted in such a way as to disallow attacking and denigration of the ones that you disagree with. All is for learning and there are many routes to the same goal and that goal is oneness with God.